Have you ever felt that spark of creativity, of feeling like you want to start your own YouTube channel? But then that little voice in your head tells you,
but I don't know how.
Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't need to be a tech genius or a videographer to start your own YouTube channel. In fact, you can start your YouTube channel today, even if you have no clue where to begin. I am a YouTuber, and actually I've been a YouTuber for 7 years. I finally decided to really be consistent on my channel a couple of months ago. I actually decided it a year ago, almost a year to this day, but it took me a while to kind of get in the groove and figure out where I wanted my channel to go. This journey has been a roller coaster, but only because of myself. So first things first, let's talk about your vision. What are you good at? What talents do you have? Are you good at cooking? Are you good at gaming? Shoot, the money is in the gaming. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Are you good at DIY projects? Whatever it is, there's an audience out there waiting to connect with you. Do not feel like YouTube is so saturated, because there is going to be multiple people that love you. So think about what excites you, because that is where the magic will begin. So let's talk about the basic setup. I know you're like, well, I really don't have money for a camera. Do you have a phone? A lot of people have iPhones. I'm not really sure with Android, because I haven't had an Android in a long time. So comment down below if you can, and you guys know the editing software and everything for the Androids. Go ahead and comment down below and let's help each other. So if you got a phone, you don't need a camera. If you do have the money for a camera, yes, you can purchase a camera. It doesn't have to be a $2,000 camera. Me and my husband, we went so overboard, and we really didn't need that. We really didn't need the latest camera. We didn't need the latest lens. We didn't need any of that. We ended up spending a lot of money and not even using some of that equipment. So that's why I'm telling you, there is multiple YouTubers that are also big YouTubers that still use their phones. So don't go out there, break the bank, because if you're constantly feeling like you need this, and this, you're never going to press record. So you also don't need the perfect background. I have tons of videos like this video that it's just the background of my room. Like, there's times that stuff ain't even put together, but I pressed record and I was like, you know what, I done took all this time to do this video. I'm about to post this video. Y'all can talk about me in the comments. Thank you, because it will push the algorithm. But whatever the case may be, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna post this. I don't care. I'm doing this. I'll put it in the work. Everything is not always together, so I don't need to pretend like it's together. If I don't have the right background, then I'm just going to press record. And then when I start getting money to do that stuff and make the background that I want, then I will do so. Believe it or not, this background here is a little part of my room. And believe it or not, I'm not about to show y'all all of it, but this background, behind this background, is actually a door to my patio. A door to my patio. I'm blocking it. I don't care, because I don't use that door no way. I put these curtains. I put some little curtain lights on there, and I made this my background. You have just a little wall that you can maybe put something up. That is perfect, because although that is very aesthetically pleasing, people don't always watch for that. They love to see it, but that is not why they're clicking on your video. They're clicking on your video because they want to know what you're about to talk about. The only thing I suggest is that you find a nice lit area. If you have to purchase, you don't have to purchase the most expensive ring light, but if you have to purchase a little ring light or spotlight or whatever you have to do to make that area well lit, you are on to the perfect start. So if you are stuck on what should you create, the best thing you can do is base your channel off of something that's very comfortable for you, because when it's comfortable, it won't feel like a job. And I mean that. You guys might think, oh, if I'm a YouTuber, I'm not gonna feel like the job. Yes, it is hard work, you guys. Like, so when you're doing something that you're not really familiar with and you're not very comfortable with, it will show in your video and other people will be able to tell. So here's a few ideas you can use. Some people do vlogs. They vlog their everyday life. I will tell you right now, going into YouTube and the way these people are pushing out their videos, I really recommend you putting out about 3 to 4 videos a week. Sometimes, depending on what you're doing, you might not be able to do that, but I do suggest that you post multiple times a week. So vlogs are one. If vlogs are a little too much for you because you're constantly pressing record with whatever you're doing, you got to get the tripods to sit in your car or the tripods to be in the bathroom with you, I wouldn't start off with that. Another thing you can do is how-to guides. So how to do natural hair, how to dye your hair, how to do your makeup. How-to guides is something that I definitely recommend, because a lot of times people love to go on YouTube to figure out how to do something that might need to be explained in a little more detail. Everybody knows to head over to YouTube, because they show you step by step on how to do it, and that's what makes YouTube incredible. So if it's something that you're good at, definitely show them how to do it, because that's what a lot of people are looking for. It's like that, or podcast, or gaming. They know to head to YouTube for a more detailed video, because these short videos can't show it all. Another thing you can do is reviews. So if you are a tech person and you love to review tech stuff, then that is a good thing, because there's somebody out there trying to figure out, or they want to know if that product is good enough to buy. But I will say, when it comes to reviews, if your money ain't right, I wouldn't suggest going that route, because that will cost you some money to keep up those videos. So next up, editing. There is tons of editing software, but I wouldn't go crazy. I know that a lot of people, if you have a camera, even if you have the phone, you have the iMovie. So that is an easy, quick editing app. Back then, I don't remember iMovie costing, but it might cost now. I haven't used it. I don't think I ever used it at all, but I remember iMovie being on my tablet and phone. But if you have a Mac, everybody knows about Final Cut. That is something I would not start off with. Final Cut costs $300. Okay, I wouldn't suggest that route unless you have the money to do so, but just know that if you are not familiar with it, you have to learn how to use it. I actually started off with Adobe. We had a regular desktop. We didn't have MacBooks or anything like that. We had an iPhone and we had a camera. But once your video is edited, because once you finally was like, I'm gonna press record, I got something to talk about, it is time to upload. Okay, so this is very important. Don't skip these steps. Attention grabbing titles is what's going to get people to click on your videos. But I know years ago when I first started, everybody did this clickbait stuff. I don't think YouTube is having that clickbait stuff no more. They not for it. They might catch it on your video and realize that your video is not talking about that at all. So don't do that clickbait. And honestly, it's just gonna make your followers mad, or anybody that wanted to take a chance on you and then they find out that the video is not about that. But you can leave like a little hook. You can make a title that kind of leaves them wondering, what is she gonna talk about? Ooh, I'm kind of interested. You don't have to give everything in the title. You can kind of just leave a little cliffhanger, and make them click on the video, as long as it's about that video. The next thing is your thumbnail. You do not have to have all this crazy stuff. I mean, actually, nowadays, people just taking a little screenshot of their video and putting some words up on their thumbnail, and it's working. It's working. Back when I was doing YouTube, nah, you had to be really, really creative. I don't know why, or maybe we just thought we had to be very creative, but still, make your thumbnail very clean. And the same thing with the thumbnail. You don't want that like clickbait thumbnail. You want it to really go with what you're talking about. So it can have you just kind of wondering, that kind of clickbait is okay? Like, I don't know. But you really know what you're about to talk about. But make your thumbnail very clear about what the video is going to be about. And don't shy away from posting your video on social media to promote your videos. I know that might seem a little scary, because most of the time it's your friends and everything, but just make sure that you are promoting your videos. Eventually people will be like, oh, this is just what they do. And trust me, the faster people click on your video and the more people click on your video, the algorithm will push your video out. But just know it's okay if your first video is not perfect. Nobody ever makes a perfect video. Go ahead and check some of your top YouTubers out and click oldest videos, and you will see where they started. And it wasn't the best. They were a little nervous when they were talking and everything. They had to start somewhere to get to where they're at. So don't be ashamed. Don't go delete that video, especially after you get big. Don't go back and delete all your old videos. People love to see where you started off and how far you came. So just know you don't have to be perfect. The more and more you post, the more you will get better, and the more you will realize what works and what doesn't work. But until you start, you won't know how to fix it. So I recommend being consistent for at least 1 to 2 months. Go ahead and check your analytics out and then see what videos people like more. But don't be discouraged over those videos that it didn't seem to get a lot of views. It's not that it's not a good video. Sometimes it could just be the thumbnail. Sometimes it could be the title. And honestly, sometimes it could just be because you haven't been discovered yet. If you are getting views and likes, you might not get a whole lot of comments. A lot of people don't comment, but eventually once you get big, it will seem like a lot of people. But if they're taking time to like your video, just know you're probably on the right track. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell so you will be notified of any upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.